All right, let's dive right in. Today, we're talking about one of the biggest challenges in the construction world: digital transformation. We're surrounded by all this incredible tech on the job site, but the real headache? It's that none of it seems to play well together. We're going to get to the bottom of why that is and what the future looks like. So let's start with the question that probably keeps a lot of you up at night. Why? Why don't my construction apps talk to each other? It's so frustrating, right? You've got this amazing app for scheduling, a different one for takeoffs, another for safety, but getting them to share data feels like an impossible task. To figure this out, we've got to look at how we've traditionally thought about software in this industry. Before we can really appreciate the connected future, we first have to understand our disconnected past. And the root of the problem, well, it all comes down to a business model that's really traditional and honestly pretty limited. For decades, the model was pretty straightforward. A software company would build a single tool, let's say a BIM tool, and they'd sell it directly to a user, like a design firm. That was it. The value was created and trapped right inside that one transaction. Simple, sure, but it came with this massive hidden cost. And that cost? It's what I call digital islands. Every single one of those standalone apps becomes its own little island. All your scheduling data is stuck on one island. Your safety reports are marooned on another. There are no bridges connecting them, so information just can't flow. This is the real source of that disconnected feeling we all know too well. So what if we could build those bridges? Well, that's exactly what's starting to happen. The entire industry is shifting away from these lonely products and moving towards something way more powerful: platforms and ecosystems. And believe me, this shift is a total game changer. The easiest way to get this is to just look at the phone that's probably in your pocket right now. The phone's operating system, iOS or Android, that's the platform. But the real magic, the real power, comes from the App Store. That's the ecosystem, a huge marketplace of apps made by tons of different people, all designed to plug into that one central platform. Construction tech is finally catching on to this model. So how does this actually work? Well, first, a single product has to evolve into a platform. So instead of just selling a tool to one person, the platform creates value by connecting two different groups. A bidding platform is a perfect example of this. It doesn't just sell software, right? It connects project sponsors on one side with a whole market of bidders on the other. The value isn't just in the software anymore, it's in the interaction between those groups. And this is where it gets really exciting. Once that platform is established, a whole ecosystem of other tools and services can grow up around it. So that bidding platform can now connect to bid analytics tools or subcontractor portals or insurance providers. Every single new tool that connects to the platform makes the entire network more valuable for everyone. That's the network effect in action, and it's incredibly powerful. So let's put a formal definition on this. A digital ecosystem is a core digital platform that uses something called boundary objects. And these allow a whole network of other people, developers, users, entire companies, to plug in and create value together. Okay, so I just used a technical term, boundary objects. What in the world are those? Well, they're basically the technical nuts and bolts that make the whole thing work. Think of APIs as the universal plugs that let different software programs talk to each other. And SDKs? Those are the toolkits that developers use to build brand new apps on top of the platform. These are the bridges that finally connect all of those digital islands we were talking about earlier. Okay, so this isn't just some abstract theory. This is real, and it's already happening. Let's take a look at how some of the biggest players in construction tech are putting these ideas into practice right now. A great example is Autodesk Forge. Now, Forge isn't a program you just buy off the shelf. It's a cloud platform. It gives developers those APIs and SDKs, the plugs and the toolkits, so they can build their own custom applications and connect workflows. Essentially, Autodesk is providing the foundation, and then they're letting the rest of the industry build on top of it. And if you want to see what this looks like for an end user, look no further than the Procore App Marketplace. It is a perfect real-world example. Procore has its core platform for project management, but its true power is unlocked by this marketplace, which connects hundreds of specialized third-party apps for things like accounting, safety, or reality capture, all plugging right into one central hub. So, why is this such a big deal? Why does this all matter? Because this shift toward connected ecosystems, it isn't just a passing trend. This is a fundamental piece of where the entire construction industry is going. If you take away one thing, let it be this. This is the big shift. We are moving away from a world where value comes from a single, closed-off product to a world where value is created by an open, connected network. The power isn't just in the tool itself anymore. It's in how many other tools it can seamlessly connect to. And this all ties into a much bigger idea you might have heard of, Construction 4.0. That's the framework for the industry's next big leap forward, combining digital tech with physical construction. And these digital ecosystems, they're not just some nice little feature. They are an absolutely essential pillar of that transformation. They're what allows the data to flow and makes the whole thing possible. So, as we wrap this up, I want to leave you with a question to chew on. When you look at your own company and the technology you use every single day, where do you fit into this new world? Are you still relying on standalone products? Are you starting to use a platform? Or are you an active player in a growing ecosystem? Seriously, thinking about that answer could shape your entire strategy for the future. Thanks for tuning in.